G'day, Broken Hill. A little bit of history on Broken Hill with its awesome sign. It's Australia's first heritage listed city. The Broken Hill that gave its name to Broken Hill actually consisted of a number of hills that appeared to have a break in them. This Broken Hill no longer exists, having been mined away. The area was actually originally known as Williama, so there's a little bit of history on why it's called Broken Hill. The town is actually prominent in Australian mining, industrial relations and economic history. Silver ore led to all the mines being open, or a number of them, and this gave Broken Hill its recognition as a prosperous mining town well into the 1990s. They did have a bit of a downturn in the late 1990s and 2000s, but because it is such a prominent mining town, it was heritage listed in 2015. It was one of Australia's boom towns. It's sometimes or commonly referred to as the Silver City, and less commonly as the Oasis of the West, or capital of the outback. It's surrounded by desert, but has a lot of green gardens and lots to see and do around town. Actually, it has one of the largest solar plants because it's so sunny here in the southern hemisphere, so we'll check that out as well. What we're going to do is we're going to cruise around town and check out some of the main attractions that are of interest to us. There's a lot to see and do here, but in the interest of time, because we're only here for 2 more days, we're going to check out what we find interesting and take you along for the adventure. When we're in the car driving from place to place, I'll show you the streets, because the town looks like it was built around the mine itself. It's actually crazy. The mine seems to be, to me, in the center of town. Whether that's still the case now or there's other mines on the outskirts, I'm unsure, but you'll see for yourself that it's right smack bang in the middle of town, and then the houses are built around it. It's crazy. Our first stop, and wakey for little miss, is Bell's Milk Bar. Oh. Oh wow.
Hi there, how are you going?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
That's cool. And ABBA. History time with Maria.
For your lollies and different things.
So Papa owned one, didn't he?
Yeah, helpful.
Yeah, so our Papa, Mum's dad, owned one in, when was it? 19...
Oh, be mine 1954, 52, 54.
There you go.
At Redfern, New South Wales.
Redfern, New South Wales.
Very big on making chocolates, handmade chocolates back then.
Oh, yeah. Spewing.
Yeah.
There's an old TV for you, Mum.
Oh, there's the old click down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You always got a beautiful piece of furniture with you. Streets still around.
Yep.
I don't know about Peter's, that one. Don't know about the other ones, but you know, different places. Oh yeah, the old ice cream service, look, they're all in there. There's a little one for the baby. Just to get a baby scoop up there. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Oh yeah. Squashing your orange or orange juice. Oh yeah, and that was when the better one, you know, the electric one. Dad had one of them. And that's all your milkshake.
Yeah.
Fingers.
Well, I figured that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. As I said, they're the old soda things. Wow. Amazing. Oh yeah, wait. Playing with stuff. Oh, there's the old hairdryer. Used to be great. It used to be a plastic container you put over your plastic. Oh, soft. And it had a pipe. And it went to the machine, which is the electrical machine. And it dried your hair.
Yeah, right. Hang on, sweetie. Let's go.
So you
then.
used to put them on every Sunday afternoon, do your hair, and then comb it out and go out, yep. Fan out your machine. Wow, jeez. They've really kept some good old things. Yeah, those clips. Used to make waves in your hair, those clips.
Probably still have them.
Oh, yes, they do. But they're more upmarket now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cash register.
A little TV. Have a look at the dial on that.
Oh, that was your portable TV.
Portable.
Well,
It's got a handle,
you
yeah.
could carry it around, yeah.
And all the old.
The old bottles and oh, they're the old milk containers.
Yeah, they still use them.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah.
Wow. It is Australia's longest running milk bar.
Or the old-fashioned milk scoop, that you scoop the milk up out of the big containers and you put it in your milkshake container. You put your syrup and everything in and you put it onto the
And then the lolly scoop.
lolly scoop for your lollies.
What's that?
Put them on the way.
Flipper? Is that for pancakes or something?
I don't know what that one
What
is.
are the paddles? Do you know them?
Oh, it's for mixing stuff.
Well, yeah.
Juice or any of the
Well, look
mixes.
at the old school beakers.
Yeah.
The old milk scoop. A quick sneak peek behind the milk bar. Happy biscuit. Well, that was Belle's milk bar.
Yeah.
Bring back memories, Mum?
Yes, it certainly did.
Straight out of the 1950s.
Yep.
We're heading to the Palace. We had lunch at the Broken Hill pub, which is not the Palace, even though it looks palatial
Yes.
and huge. It actually looked like it would be, but it's not. So we head to the Palace now.
All the pubs are palatial, aren't they?
They are and there's lots of pubs too, which is excellent. We're heading into the Palace now. Finally found it. Ooh. So this is the front bar. Oh wow. Wow. There. The Palace. That's where they do their karaoke. So this is also where they film part of Priscilla Queen of the Desert. Wow, the Palace. You're only seeing part of what I'm seeing right now. Because Broken Hill. So yeah, Priscilla Queen of the Desert. I haven't even showed you up the stairs yet. Have a go of this. We're not allowed up there because it's for guests only, but it just goes on and on. Wow, that is so cool. Definitely worth popping in here to have a look. It's awesome. So a few little fun facts about the hotel and the Stiletto. So in the front bar, which is this bar in here, was the famous drinking scene between Shirl and Bernadette. And the Stiletto was gifted and donated along with the bus from Stephen Elliott. So there you go. And Mario, the hotel's owner, painted some of these. Pretty amazing. I'm doing a drive-by of the palace so I can show you the outside of it. Oh, look at that giant Palace Hotel sign that I just couldn't see
before.
when I tried to find it.
Yeah, but we went the other way.
So here it is coming up. And there it is, the Palace Hotel, where Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, was filmed, which is still one of, if not Australia's highest grossing films to this date, and it still gets nominated and stuff for like Oscars and, you know, all those good things. Now we're off to the line of Lode, which is a memorial to the miners. You can see some more of the hills of Broken Hill and the mines. Excuse the wind noise, but we're at the top of the line of Lode, and I'll just take you for a walk around. This is what you see from the parking lot. I think it's awesome. I reckon they've done a really good job, especially, whoop, as I flip the camera and throw it around, as you drive up. It's like you're driving up through a mine site. I think that's awesome. But yeah, I think it's cool, and you get a really banging view from the top of all of Broken Hill, so I'll show you that a little bit later, probably when we come out of the memorial. But here they've got some old equipment and new equipment. I honestly couldn't tell you what any of this stuff is because I don't know anything about mining. It'll be interesting to go in there and learn a little bit about it. If you know what any of this equipment is, just drop it in the comments down below. I will try and find out as much as I can. Wow. As well, that looks like a lift, door shut. Not sure though, kind of guessing. Well, that would go on train track. They've got seats in it, so I presume that's to cart the miners about. Wow, there's a view, Broken Hill. And that's the Miners' Memorial. Stevie finds it fascinating. She's asleep. Little wagons, and these would all run on the tracks or the rails because they all have those type of wheels on them. Wow.
Crushed by ore truck.
1891. Oh, that's all the 1890s. No wonder that died.
1890s, now we're into the 1900s, 1910s,
No details.
1920s, 30s,
That's what happened to rock.
40s,
Rock got crushed by the Travis.
50s,
truck. The hydraulics
60s,
failed as he
70s,
checked the- Oh, it
80s,
yeah, and it was full of
90s.
sand.
What was he doing under it?
He just had a new clutch put in it, and it was missing as he was going up the expressway. Do you know how friends
Wow, look at that. That's cool. This is cool. There's a little sleeping baby and a dinosaur. Ah! And now you've seen a living fossil. Wow. This is awesome. This is cool. It's a lovely memorial to those who passed away, were killed whilst working to build Broken Hill into what it is today. Premier and prestigious mining town. It's interesting, very interesting.
It is.
Mum was going along trying to find the youngest, we just moved Stevie out of the wind tunnel, trying to find the youngest, and she came across 14. And how did he die again?
He fell in the dam.
He fell in the dam and drowned. And then just as she said it, I found, I'm going to presume it's a bloke because I don't think girls were ever allowed to work. They were 14 and he fell down an ore heap. And then we looked, 12-year-old, asphyxiated by dynamite fumes. 12. What was he bloody well doing down there? That was in 1890, so that explains why he was there. But rockfall. Yeah, so lots of crushing either by rocks or equipment. Drowning's a big one. Falling's another big one. Whether they fell out of a cage or fall of the ground. One dude fell down an ore heap. Suffocated, underground fire. Fell down chute. Dangerous work, mining. So that was the line of Lode memorial to the miners. And those who did die, horrible deaths. I know dying's probably not pleasant at any time, although if you died in your sleep you'd never know about it because you never wake up. But they had some pretty horrific deaths. And those who didn't die on the job, like Mum was just saying, would have died later through emphysema, and I think they called that the black lung back then, didn't they? Or they might be two different things again. But they would have had some shocking illnesses, having mind, if not loss of limb and all that as well.
What's left after that?
If you can't hear what Mum's saying, she's saying the hills over there that I was filming earlier are what's left after they've extracted all the ore and the minerals and all the things that they're mining for. That's the tailings. There's some mining terminology for you. A little memorial
To the memory of
molecules. Thomas Jordan, age 19, Leopold Campbell, age 21, whose bodies remain beneath this spot in the A5 stope, 500-foot level central mine as a result of a fall of rock at 3 a.m. on the 8th of October 1902.
Both
Wow.
in one family.
No, they're not. No, Moloch's is a term.
Oh, yeah.
So the Moloch is the leftover rock once they've extracted everything they need.
Yeah, right.
Something along those lines, down 500 feet. Well, it's a nice poem. There were only Molochers pushing trucks, 2 young men without a care. Down 500 feet in the fetid air, working in the flickering light and sea with candles, stood upright. A crash of ground, a rush of air, some swirling dust, then swept out of sight. Perhaps 3 was an early death, or fighting for breath and shaking with fright, praying for an early release from the hopelessness of their plight. They sleep now in the A5 stope. Not much left, but dare we hope that one day, with God's help, they will be brought up with care into the pure, untainted air. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's actually quite difficult to read from where we were.
Yeah.
Struggled to see it. Oh, BHP, Broken Hill Proprietary, and
It used to
then
be
Billiton bought into it.
Yeah, proprietary used to be a private company, and when limited went on the end, that makes it a public company. So they sold
There you go.
shares.
We're now at the BHP Information and Monument. So if you didn't know, BHP stands for Broken Hill Proprietary. So before Billiton bought into it, it was BHP, Broken Hill Proprietary. So if you never knew what BHP stood for, now you do. And they give you an information board with pictures and, oh wow, this fireplace, built by Tom Finn, May 1885, is part of the first office of BHP. There you go. Wow. So if you can see this building here, that's the original manager's residence. Jameson in 1886 built that. Wow, it's in good shape.
First shaft, named after Rask, in October 1984.
Yeah. We've driven over closer to the original manager's residence that Jameson built within the first year, I think it was, that they said. So it's still in pretty good nick, although it's still boarded up. You can't really see heaps. It's still pretty. So BHP in 2001 became the biggest mining company in the world. And in the 1900s, it was the biggest in the British Empire. They went on to buy Port Pirie steel and became shipbuilders and everything. They had a hand in everything. It was pretty awesome, actually. There you go. On ya, Australia. So yeah, that's the manager's residence. Pretty cool. Now we're going on an adventure through the back streets of Broken Hill. Oh wow. It's like a whole little complex up here. Don't tell me that's like the original playground from...
It's an old one, isn't
I would say that because they're all boarded up, that they were some of the original buildings too. Over here on the left. There you go. It's a shame that people don't respect it and come in here with their ugly graffiti tags. They're not even, it's not even pretty graffiti. It's just crap. People with no artistic ability going in there and just tagging with crap tags too. Cut it out. If you're going to graffiti, make it
pretty.
art. And don't write mother effer on the wall. How cool are you guys? Let's go check out this playground because that's straight out of like Chernobyl. Look at that. Old seesaw, old swings.
Oh yeah, monkey bars, geez.
Yeah,
that's a
old
long
monkey.
time
Oh,
ago.
and the ones where you spin around the pole.
Is there one there?
Back there, yeah.
Have they taken the chain off?
No, the chains are still there, wrapped around it with their handles, the original
boy,
handles.
This is an old one.
Wow, that's definitely an original playground.
50s and 60s.
Yeah, check out that. Things you see when you just go on random adventures. Because you want to check out the old manager's residence. No road, no road, no road. I wonder if there's a road there. Over the back where the slippery dip is, or slippery slide, just behind it, further towards like the back, you'll see that chain pole thing.
Yeah, where we used to swing.
We used to swing around it. There. That slippery dip in summer would burn your butt. Have a look at it there.
Yeah. Christ. That's when I was young.
Back when Nana was young, that was in the 1800s. So yeah, it's been here a while.
In the 60s, 50s and 60s.
We are at the Pro Hart Gallery on recommendation from my Uncle Bernie and Mum's big brother. And that is the uncle that I'm named after. Well, my middle name anyway, Bernadine. So this is for you, Uncle Bernie. Oh wow, and some Rolls Royce. I'll take it. Wow. That's a Bentley. Rolls Royce and a Bentley. Wow. Wow. And this one, he's painted all over. Wow. How cool. Aussie flag. Oh, I wonder if we can see on top if I can.
Yes.
I didn't bring the super extender pole. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see that. That's pretty cool.
God, yeah, indeed.
And that's just the walkway to get in, or the driveway. Oh, let me get it.
Is that just two of you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's $3 each. Are you going to pay for both?
Yeah, Mum can pay for both. Sorry. This is the only bit I'll be able to film, so I may as well. Can't film the paintings, it's not right. Mr. Pro Hart. Wow.
He's amazing.
We're just outside of Pro Hart's gallery. I didn't film while we were in there. I mean, it's an art gallery. But I did notice that he had his ants and dragonfly themed paintings, and I was thinking, what is his fascination with ants and dragonflies? And it turns out that it stemmed from his father, and that his father's name was actually Pro. So therefore David took on his father's name Pro, therefore Pro Hart. And he grew up in sheep farms and sheep stations, I should say, and that's where his fascination came from. And it was actually his father that made him promise to keep his artwork and techniques alive after he passed. So there you go, that was why he drew ants and dragonflies and bugs. It was quite interesting. I saw a lot of my uncle in a few of those paintings there, actually. They had very similar styles. Yeah, it was cool. I encourage you all to come and see it. If you're in Broken Hill, definitely check it out. What did you think, Stevie? One more thing about the ants, etc., is growing up on the stations where he saw them in his daily life. So he would go home or back into the house that night and sketch them. So he sketched them a lot as a young'un, and then it became part of his work later on in life. So that was pretty cool. There you go. Here we go. The galena symbol. It's a mineral. It's a mining symbol. There you go. Underground timbers and all that stuff. The bugs. The mask, which is the head, painted the masks a lot. And a yabby, the yabby eater. He painted yabby eaters a lot. Composition. It actually reminds me, with no offence, when Homer Simpson on The Simpsons created art. 10 guesses as to what that is. There's not even a little sign for it, so 10 guesses, pop them in the comments down below. The flower study. He also painted that a lot. I think that's just a given. Miners, shovels and picks. And there's this one. And then at the back, I'll try and get a close up. Yeah, he did. Huge fascination. They're the masks that he drew a lot of. And masks depicted how miners just became a number, essentially. And he would paint them either wearing masks, like these ones behind me, or headless, and they'd just have their clothes. And that was because miners were just a number to the corporations underground, and they just became nameless, faceless people, essentially. And a danger was having a personality. It's the second insect. Yeah, and the pipes. He actually played a pipe organ, and it was in the gallery. Like one of the big ones you'd see in a church that does gospel and all that, like huge pipe organ, massive. Puts a little organ that we were forced to play as kids to shame. And that, I would say, would be more minerals from the mines, just like the black and yellow one over here. Anyway, that's his little sculpture part. Pretty cool. Driving around town, come across this, so naturally, got to show you. It's awesome. Look at that. And a massive winding drum over there. So this is a huge air compressor. I'm gonna walk up these stairs here. Yeah, I'll walk up the stairs and, oh, you can't, spewing. That's alright, I'll walk up this little dirt mound. Well, that's why. They're pretty, but poor condition. Oh yeah, tracks. It's pretty amazing. So your mega air compressor. This looks like there'd be a lift up in under here to get to the top. I don't know. Yeah, yep. Oh yeah, and they come along on the tracks, and that would go up the shaft there. That's pretty cool. Same on this side. Oh, there you go. And again, up the shaft. I wonder if I can get a better. There, look at that. Wow. This is from the other side. Same deal. And all the way up. Signal code for winding engines. Oh, there you go. 1 bell stop, 1 bell, 2 bells lower, 3 hoist, 4 men on. That's pretty cool. Oh wow. 2 bells, pause, 1 bell. It's like Morse code. Oh, that sun's right in the face. Kintor head frame. So that's where I was located, at the Kintor shaft. That's the winding drum. Look at the size of this sucker. It's pretty cool that you can get right up close to it. I mean, check out the height of this thing. Look at the thickness of this steel cable. Massive. Have a look at it. That's a good indication. Here you go. That's the thickness of it. Like what? It's crazy. I'm really enjoying the history of the mining here. I have not been to a mine or anything like that. I didn't grow up with miners in the family or anything. We were more defence or, you know, office clerical type a family. So this is really interesting and fascinating. How big it is. It's just huge, eh? Everything is just on a massive, massive scale. This is the Pro Hart sculptures dedication. There you go. So it's made by Pro Hart and they've put it in their Central Park area. I wonder if that's another mineral, the white sculpture. I'll take you for a squiz. Let's see if I can get some info on. There you go. If you can see that, it's a replica of the cerussite crystal. Over here is another sculpture of the masks by Pro Hart.